Hi, I'm Gary White, and I'm here with
Dorothy White.
And we're here for Kentucky Bourbon Festival 2019, right in the heart of Bardstown. It's a beautiful day.
Oh my gosh, Gary, it could not get any more perfect than it is right now. 75 and sunny. That's what I tell people all the time. That's what the weather's going to be, so come on down and enjoy this wonderful time on the lawn.
Absolutely. And there's lots to do here on the lawn. We are on the Great Lawn right outside of Spalding Hall. If you went inside, you could go to the museum, right, because that's open.
It is definitely open. Everything is wide open in Bardstown today. All the folks that are downtown, lots of things going on. Lots of booths are open for different sales and that kind of thing.
That's right.
And just about anything that you'd like to look at today is going to be ready for you.
And what's exciting as well is that there might be people walking around with actual cocktails in their hands because for the first time, I believe, the different distilleries are able to serve their product on the lawn.
They are, and that's something they've been working on over the years because folks will taste their bourbon and then they kind of like to roam around with it. And so just in the last year, I believe it started on the Spirit Garden and then they've grown and now it's on the lawn as well. So folks can come on down. We've got tastings going on all day and just lots of fun. So come on down and join us.
Because we're going to get a tour and see what's going on with the different booths, with some of the distillers as well, and see what's happening down here for Bourbon Festival 2019.
Hi, I am Dorothy White with Community Focus for Channel 6. We're so glad to be here today. Welcome, Troy Beam. How's it looking today for the Bourbon Festival?
Looks good. The weather hadn't gotten too hot, so the crowd's starting to come in. It'll be a little bit later, but so far so good.
Yeah. Well, starting out on Friday, we've got a long weekend ahead of us. We've got lots of things going on around here. Is there anything special that somebody should not miss?
Well, you got to make sure you get to each distillery down here. You don't want to miss any of them because they've all got great cocktails. Each one of them, I think, has something a little bit different. Don't try them all in one day, but make sure you get them all as you go throughout the weekend.
Well, and that's what Gary and I were saying. This is such a plus, I think, to have folks be able to take those drinks, try them out, and then walk all over the grounds so they can go to the different booths. They can see a little bit of everything.
Exactly.
So that's a great plus, I think, that they've added.
Make sure everybody gets downtown and checks out all the restaurants. You can't go wrong with any restaurant in downtown Bardstown.
No, they're all good, aren't they?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
well, and I know we've got a lot of good music starting up tonight. Do you know what time that starts? I think around 7?
6 or 7, yeah.
6 or 7?
Yeah, 6 or 7.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of good bands tonight and tomorrow. A little local flavor this year, which I think is a good idea.
Oh, I think that's a great idea. We've got so many talented folks right here in Bardstown and Nelson County, so great to bring them out.
Yeah, it is, certainly.
Okay,
right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you all.
Very good.
Oh, and this looks delicious. We're at Wild Turkey here on the Great Lawn, and you enjoy that drink.
Thank you.
Tell me what we have to offer here at Wild Turkey.
Yes, so we've got Jimmy's Old Fashioned, and then we have Jimmy's Lemonade. Yeah.
Okay, is the Old Fashioned what you just had?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. And then once they get that drink, they can go on the grounds wherever they like to?
Absolutely, and we also have this great Italian ice that they can have either American honey or a rare breed. That's a wonderful thing also.
Okay, great. Well, that all sounds really good. You have a wonderful booth set up here today.
Thank you.
And we are here today with the granddaughter, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Wild Turkey.
Sure, I am Joanne Street. I am Jimmy Russell's granddaughter. I am one of 4 Russells that work at Wild Turkey right now. So we've got Jimmy, his son's son, and then myself. So we really are a 3-generational family. Wild Turkey, we're just here to pour some great liquid that we have in the bottle, have a good time, and enjoy the weather here down in Bardstown this week. So.
Well, great. Thank you so much. I know this is a beautiful setup you've got here today, and you said that there's Italian ice.
Yes, ma'am. So we've got some Italian ice back here, and we actually have these 2 products, American honey or rare breed, that will pour over them to, give it a little bit more spunk. We are at Bourbon Festival, so.
We are at the 2019 Bourbon Festival, and it looks like everybody's going to have a really good time. I'm Dorothy White with Channel 6, and we're here at the Jim Beam tent, is kind of using it loosely because you have put up a wonderful display here.
Thank you.
And what all are you serving today?
Today we're serving a black walnut old fashioned, which is awesome. We also have a bourbon slushy that's made with ginger and L8, which is really good, and a twice barreled Knob Creek rye.
Oh my goodness. All that sounds so good, especially with this hot weather. I think a lot of folks are serving something over ice or
Yes,
with a
slushies are awesome for this weather.
Slushies are awesome. Is there any other information you can give us about Jim Beam?
Well, we are in Claremont, Kentucky. We're open today, so you can come out for tours as well and then come on down to the Bourbon Festival. But we'd love if you're here on the line, just come on out and have a drink with us.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Well, and we know this year they're able to take their drinks and roam all around the Great Lawn, and I think that's a big plus too.
Oh, yeah, people are really enjoying it, I think, and relaxing and enjoying even learning about the different ways to make the cocktails.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much, and you have a great day today.
You're welcome. You all too.
Okay. And we are here with
West Jaggers.
West Jaggers, and you're with the Stave Company?
Yeah, Kentucky Cooperage.
Kentucky Cooperage. And what are you doing with folks today?
Today we're doing a coopering demonstration where we'll take a barrel that has a defective stave, and we have one of our master coopers here. We'll demonstrate what a cooper does.
Okay, can you kind of show us a little bit of that?
Well, sure. He's going to grab us a barrel real quick.
Okay.
And once he gets around here.
And then you've got some folks here too that are going to participate. Is that the way I understood it? They're going to help or watch?
Does somebody want to help? They're more than welcome to join in. It's one of those things where it's an art, it's a craftsmanship,
Okay.
and the gentleman that we have brought with us he's put in a lot of time and he's really perfected his craft, and that's why one of the reasons why he's here and he's doing these events, because he's really good at what he does.
Yeah. Well, I just know these barrels are so beautiful. I see how you have them all displayed here.
Yeah.
I mean, these are just gorgeous. I'm sure Gary will get some of those in the pictures too, because this is where it all starts, right?
This is where it all starts. We start the process. We make these barrels and ship them to God knows how many people all over Central Kentucky and all over these states.
Okay, and the staves that you have here, those are the ones you're going to replace?
We use those as parts. Those are sort of our replacement parts.
I bet you have a lot of trouble even keeping those in stock, because I've seen so many art forms that they use them for different things too.
Yeah, we do have a high demand for barrels.
I
There
bet
truly
you do.
is. And a lot of these barrels that you see here have already been through their process of the distilleries, and they've already been emptied, and then they're sold off for.
Okay, so they're already charred on the inside?
Yep, all these barrels
Okay.
are already charred. That's one of the processes we do at Kentucky Cooperage.
Okay. Well, let this young man done do his thing.
He's going to do his thing.
Okay. So he knows that that's a defective stave because of the
marks
the
on
marks on it.
And
Okay.
one of the quality control or one of the inspectors previously have marked that stave for being defective, and it's sent to a master cooper or a cooperman, and then he's able to replace that stave.
So the barrel is still usable then?
Very much so.
Okay.
These gentlemen are paid based on the quality of their work. So it.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be having too much trouble with it.
No, he doesn't struggle. Like I said, he's put in his time, and he does a very, very well job.
Looks like you could get a lot of aggressions out on that too.
You can work out some frustration. That's right. Once he's finished, that barrel will be re-inspected with air and water to make sure it does pass as liquid type.
Okay, so then they will go ahead and those barrels can be resold again?
That's right.
Okay.
After it passes all of its final inspections, that barrel is ready to be sold.
Okay, that's great.
Golf clap, golf clap, golf clap. Golf clap, golf clap.
Well, thank you. I'm Dorothy with Channel 6, and we're down here doing some interviews on the lawn and just meeting some folks and seeing how they're enjoying all the different and what
So today we have our limited quantity Makers 101, and then we have original Maker's Mark. So this is going to be a strawberry lemonade with basil leaves. We spank it to open up the flavor, and then we also have Maker's Mark.
That all sounds delicious, and these folks can have their tasting, and then they can go out on the lawn and enjoy that today.
And it's refreshing.
Yes, it is. And this is lemonade, you said?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds really good too.
Strawberry lemonade. So it's sweet, but not too sweet, but it's refreshing on a day like this.
Okay, and then you just put just a small amount of bourbon in it?
Just a little bit, but you know, you are at a bourbon festival, so.
Okay, well, thanks so much, and
You're
welcome
welcome.
to the 2019 Bourbon Festival.
Thank you.
Hi, and we're here at the Bourbon Festival on the lawn today, and your name is?
It's Paul Nelson.
Paul Nelson, and Paul, you've got some beautiful pieces in here.
Thank you.
How did you get started in this craft?
Well, I'm an artist and I'm a sculptor, and I wanted to start making lighting and furniture and something that was, well, affordable and would be nice in somebody's home, besides my art, to actually help fund my art.
Yes.
So I came to the Bourbon Festival 4 years ago, and had a great time, and I've been coming back ever since.
Oh, good. That's what we love to hear.
Yeah. So a fantastic show, fantastic people, and I've always done well.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's because your things are just so beautiful and so unique.
Thank you.
This is gorgeous.
Thanks. That's the floor light. Okay. So everything is made with bourbon parts, whether it's the hoops or the staves, and then I like to add light to them as well, so there's kind of a glow or animates them a little bit. So I like things that are active and make the eye kind of move around a lot.
Oh, they do. Yeah. They're just beautiful. And some I've never seen anything like this before.
Oh, thanks.
So kind of unique doing it that way.
Yep.
What is your real art, though?
My real art is cast glass.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I sculpt faces and heads and portraits, and then I make molds of them and do a lost wax technique, and then put glass into the molds and slump glass into those molds. So that's kind of my main passion.
Okay.
So, but more than anything, I'm a maker. So anything I get my hands on, I'm making.
Well, it looks like you've been very creative here and just made some beautiful pieces.
Oh.
And then I see some here that don't have a light on them.
Yeah.
Are those just for just
Well, they're
art?
props. You know,
Okay.
you've got to put things on things and stage them. So I do some furniture, and and most of it. This is just from my bar at home.
Oh my gosh.
So I have my own little bourbon bar. So I'm
Uh-huh.
a passionate bourbon person myself. So I bring them out for just display and
Yeah.
for people to see that I do other things.
And where are you from?
I'm in Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, we're so glad to have you at the 2019 and
you.
hopefully for another 20 years.
I hope so.
And here we are in another booth on the lawn, and we have someone with us today that's got a very special barbecue sauce, and it looks like all kinds of different things. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, this is my mom's recipe. It was her barbecue sauce for over 50-something years. She died at 82 years old. And it all started because she makes it in a pot that was this large, this big, commercial pot. And up until 70-something, until her late 70s, she was still lifting the pots.
Okay.
So what we decided, we didn't want her to ever lift the pot again. When she made that batch of sauce, we would have it made, but I just wanted 100 bottles to surprise her for her birthday. Well, I went to have it made, and they said they can't make 100 bottles. So I said, well, what can you make, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money. The least we can make is over 1,000 bottles.
Yeah.
I said, well, what am I going to do with the rest?
They said sell them.
Yeah, they said, well, you're in business. And I fell out laughing. And that's how it all came about.
Oh, that is great. And it looks like you've got a lot of packages here, too.
Yes.
Make a wonderful Christmas present for someone.
Yes.
And I don't know if I dare taste it because I'm not a hot person. Is it very hot?
Not very hot.
Not very hot. So Sarah Nels is your mom then?
Yes.
Okay. You must be so proud.
I am very proud of her.
Very proud. Wow. Well, be sure and stop by this booth. We're right on the Great Lawn for the 2019 Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. And this is Miss Bonnie Drake, an old friend and very dear to me because she comes here every single year and she puts her hours in at the Bourbon Festival. And Bonnie, can you tell a little bit of what you're doing this year?
Well, I have my gourds. I was here at the very first one 28 years ago. I think I'm the last first of the vendors still here. And I've always had gourds. I've grown gourds all these years and I turn them into art. And that's what and people know Bonnie's going to be there with the gourds.
Yeah. Well, and I know, but you have come a long way as far as your expertise and the beautiful pieces that you've got out here, Bonnie. These are just gorgeous.
When I first started, I did more cutesy. Now, over the last 10, 12 years, it's all gone to artsy.
Well, and I know this young man is holding one of your thunder gourds.
Yes.
Can you come on out here and show us how that works?
That's what here in Nelson County we need a lot of, except rain with it.
That does sound like thunder, doesn't it?
Yes.
You like that? Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so I went from, like doing fun stuff, and then I'm into a lot of the carving and cutout.
Yeah.
And like this piece here, I worked on it for 7 days.
Okay.
Off and on during those daytime. So it's when you start cutting and burning, and it's very delicate, and it does take a while, so you can't rush a piece like that.
Yeah.
But
I know you have a very special piece here, too.
I always have one every year.
Let's see if we can't get a look at that. Gary, it's right over there.
This has like over 18 butterflies on it. And you'll see a dragonfly. You'll even see a butterfly worm, that hadn't hatched out yet. But the cone flowers, and now that was tedious, and it took a long time. I don't know if I'll ever do another one, but it's an unusual gourd. It's a Indonesian bottle gourd, and a lot of people have never seen an Indonesian bottle gourd. I grow unusual gourds like this is an African warty gourd. It's completely covered in warts, where the American just has little strips on it. So, I love it. And here's another one. People usually have never seen a Maranka gourd.
That's beautiful.
But they do grow like this.
Now, is that color original to the gourd, or is that a painted piece?
No,
okay.
All the gourds are, when you clean them, they're this color.
Okay.
Okay. And what I use dyes. I don't use paint. I think the dye sort of keeps the gourd, sort of original. Paint covers it up too much. So I do like dyes.
That's beautiful.
And then I like to weave. So
that's a beautiful piece.
Then I might add a little bling in it. This right here. See, that's the weaving. That's pretty.
And you were telling us a little bit about this
Yes.
yesterday.
Out of 1,000 gourds, I might get one like this. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, I'll get two. But this is natural. Mother Nature gave me this, and we call this marbling. And more than likely, this gourd, when it cured out, had water in it. And it stayed there, and then the water, of course, seeped out. But it leaves this marbling. I think it's beautiful. I love it. So this is a natural Mother Nature. Otherwise, they're that brown.
Yes, that is beautiful.
And of course, I have to weave, and I have to give it a pod. That's me.
Yeah.
Love all natural stuff.
Yeah, well, you've got some beautiful pieces here, Bonnie, and I know that your pumpkins always go over really well every year, and you don't even have to put a candle in those to see the light.
No, they sort of glow. Here's another thing that I like to do. This, at nighttime when I'm leaving my art studio, this is a cannonball gourd. See, if it had the top on, it look just like cannonball. I'll turn it upside down, and I'll pick out 3 inks, and I'll just start dripping them. And sometimes it's not until the next morning do I know my colors. So it's neat. I love the ink.
Well, I know you've been doing this for a long time, Bonnie. I know you've put a lot of years into it, and you can certainly tell. It's just gorgeous, hon. And we're so proud to have Bonnie here at the 2019 Bourbon Festival this year. You have a great year, because I know you're going to. We got our Got Bourbon shirts on today. So.
And I'll see you at the Arts and Crafts.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks, Bonnie. We're here on the Great Lawn again, and we've got something special going on this year. There's all kinds of seminars, little mini seminars. How long are they usually?
Right about an hour.
Right
Sometimes,
about an hour?
Guests want to ask questions and they keep us here, which is great. We love the interaction, and certainly they get the opportunity to speak to the experts who will be on the stage with me.
Okay. And what's your name, please?
My name is Steve Coombs. Okay. I am a whiskey writer, book author, and we just finished a large food and whiskey pairing upstairs. So
oh, wonderful.
So we do that as well.
Okay, so the museum is open today and got lots of things going on in there. And then out here, they'll be doing the seminars.
Right.
And you'll be meeting with Dixie Hibbs here shortly?
That's right. She's fantastic. She is the Bardstown historian and a fantastic whiskey historian, too.
She is. She knows a little bit about everything, and we're just so lucky to have her. Can't wait to see her.
Right. If we had her memory at 77.
I know.
If I had it at 57, I'll be happy.
Great. Well, thank you so much, and you folks have a good day.
You're very welcome. Thanks.
Hi, I'm here with Linda McCloskey, and she is the director here at the beautiful Whiskey Museum that she has done wonders with in the past year or two that you've been here. So can you kind of explain what you're doing with the Bourbon Festival this year?
Well, we are having all kinds of activities in our chapel. We are having the from field to fermentation classes. We're having Moonshine University, as well as we are having other just sip and savor classes that we're having all day long. They're usually 2 hours long. You can register online for those. Tomorrow, I am having my Master Distillers auction, and which will be Saturday. So everyone is invited for that. We're open Sunday. We're open for tours. Everyone's coming in. I'm giving tours. They're enjoying the museum, enjoying the front lawn. So come on out. We're having a great time. Lots of bourbon and lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Lots of bourbon, lots of fun.
Well, I know if folks have not been in here in the past year or two, you need to come in here and go through again. There's just so many beautiful things to see, and I know you've done a wonderful job here, Linda, with just bringing everything up to date in the museum.
Well, and I'm changing everything too. So if you were in here 6 months ago, it looks different today than what it did 6 months ago, because I brought down different exhibits and I'm switching things out a lot. So it doesn't look the same. I always want it to look different because I want people to say, let's go see what's new at the museum.
Yes.
Don't want it to look the same.
Yeah, and what's going on now.
Yes.
And I saw too that you have the VIP center upstairs.
Yes.
So you're doing that for the Bourbon Festival.
Yes.
And that's on the 3rd floor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
And then folks get tickets for that?
They do. The tickets are $150, but but you can drink bourbon and you have food, and it's a nice place to come and rest and get out of the sun, and lots of other people are up there, so people are enjoying a lot of just social hours with each other.
Yes. Well, and it's so wonderful too for our folks out of town, because that way they've got a place to land.
Yes.
And they can be right in the middle of downtown and still have all these things going on, but yet, be a little bit separated. And I'm sorry, but the air just feels wonderful in here.
Well, thank you very much. We have turned the air conditioning down really low so that it would be cool in here. So we are enjoying that, yes.
Yes, we sure are. Well, thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you.
So much
Yes,
for the
everybody-
wonderful
yes.
job you're doing.
Well, thank you, and everybody come out and enjoy. Yes, we
Okay.
love that. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.